Well, I can certainly tell you it's raining in many parts of Gauteng. If you're at home, you're very lucky, but one of our reporters, Offensive Stimo, is out, I understand, at the Florida fire station for an update from the Johannesburg Emergency Services, Robert Mulaudzi, on what the latest is in different parts. Morning to you, Offensive. I think I'm not jealous of you today because fortunately I get to be in the studio this morning while you're out there in the rain. And I mean, talk to us a bit about what we're seeing on the roads. I walked, driving to work this morning. I was a bit terrified because you know how people drive every time it starts raining just a little bit. Always major accidents on the road. What are the Johannesburg Emergency Services saying?
Thank you very much, Griselda. Well, I can assure you that it's quite a pleasure being in studio than out here in the cold weather, which is actually quite wet as well. We know that the South African Weather Service has issued an alert level 6 in terms of disruptive rainfall in Gauteng. And as you can imagine, I'm sure the emergency services in Tshwane, Ekurhuleni, and in Johannesburg are on high alert to ensure that there is no worst case scenario. But as you rightfully mentioned, I am joined now by Mr. Robert Mulaudzi to elaborate a bit further on how they are ensuring or how their contingency measures are. Thank you so much, Bra Rob. You can just elaborate on that.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good morning to the viewers out there. Yes, we are on high alert. As we know, our residents will be aware that when we have severe thunderstorms like this one, we normally have flash floods, especially in our low-lying areas. That will be our most vulnerable communities, which is our informal settlements. So far, so good. We don't have any major incidents which have been reported in most of those areas in all 7 regions of the city of Johannesburg. However, we still remain on high alert and monitoring those areas. We've got our specialized unit, which is a swift water rescue unit, which responds to water-related emergencies, which is on high alert. We've got all our 30 fire stations throughout the city fully operational. We also have our disaster management officials, the monitoring teams in all 7 regions of the city. So for any emergencies which might occur, we should be able to respond to all the emergencies throughout the city of Johannesburg. However, we still continue to encourage our motorists out there. It has been raining from overnight up until now. Most of our roads are wet and slippery, so therefore our motorists need to be cautious, try and extend the safe following distance and also avoid crossing roads and also bridges which might be flooded. We don't forget our residents in our low-lying areas. Most of our residents in our low-lying areas, they are actually residing along river streams. If you look at areas like Kliptown in Soweto, they've got a river stream, Klip Valley. You look at Alexander, they've got the Jackskey, which is cutting right across areas like Sweta. So our message to say that they need to avoid crossing these river streams because they might be stuck, while they're trying to cross there. We also have young kids who are at home now since it's a weekend. We need to monitor them so that they don't go and play next to this river streams to make sure that we prevent incidents which might occur in these areas. So we're hoping that our residents out there, together with our motorists, firstly they will work with us so that we can also prevent maybe motor vehicle accidents which might occur, because we know that when we have severe thunderstorms like the ones we have, we see an increase in terms of the number of motor vehicle accidents which are mostly caused by overspeeding, and then in the process motorists are unable to control their vehicles. And also our residents in our low-lying areas, for any emergencies, if they need our services in those areas, maybe their households are flooded, we're encouraging them to call our call center, which is 011 375 5911 for all the emergencies which might occur in those areas.
Yes. And have you received any emergency calls overnight, since you were mentioning that it's been raining non-stop, throughout the night? And what kind of calls have you received overnight?
Yeah, so far we have not yet received any major incidents, but so far right now from the morning we've had a number of motor vehicle accidents which we have to respond to. Luckily, we don't have any fatalities which have been reported. So our residents in the city of Johannesburg, they will be seeing more of us out there conducting our door-to-door campaigns to make sure that they are safe during this summer season.
Yes, and you rightfully mentioned that, you know, there are people in low-lying areas who are actually prone to high risk. What is your reaction to, you know, those locations that might result in, you know, that are high risk in terms of flooding?
Yeah, as a city of Johannesburg, we've taken a strategy, a stand. We call it prevention is the future. We are making sure that our residents, over and above the services we render to them, they are empowered. They are empowered with what? With all the necessary skills to deal with be it water-related emergencies, be it fire emergencies. So they will be seeing most of us out there through our public education unit, conducting door-to-doors, making sure that they are safe, and also with the automatic rainfall systems which we have in those areas, we are able to disseminate information for evacuation purposes. Most of our residents, we have trained them in terms of disaster preparedness. They can use things like whistles to alert other neighboring neighbors in terms of evacuation processes. So we're hoping that with all the measures which we have taken, we can be able to prevent further incidents which might occur. So, and also we've got an added advantage also with the Be Safe centers which we have throughout the city of Johannesburg. These centers are especially designed for our residents to visit in terms of training programs, and then these programs are for free. Our residents are able to visit these centers, be if you are in Ivory Park, you are in Soweto, you are in the inner city, you are able to visit these kind of centers. And over and above that, we've got this public education unit which our residents can be able to call, and then we are able to come to where they are. Be it under a tree, be it in a church, be it in a community hall, be it in a beer hall, we're able to come wherever they are to be able to give them this training. They can call us on a central reservation number, which is 011-758 5000. It's 011-758-5000. That is not the emergency number, but it's the central reservation number. But however, for all life-threatening emergency over this weekend, wherever they are, they can be able to call our emergency services on this following number, 011-375-5911.
Thank you very much. Well, as you heard there, Griselda, that's Robert Mulaudzi saying that they are actually on high alert for any incidents that might happen related to the alert that has been issued by the South African Weather Service. As you can see where we are right now, it's still raining, and they're definitely going to keep a watchful eye to avoid incidents where there are casualties or fatalities. And with that, it's back to studio.
Thank you very much, Offense. Certainly feeling sorry for you and Robert Mulaudzi there, but I guess, he quite used to dealing with these conditions, in particular when they have to deploy some of their services to assist, especially in weather like this. Offense, stay safe. Try to find a place that's not raining as bad. Thank you very much for your commitment during these rains. We appreciate it.